Hi, this is Jason from Horrific Nightmares, back to do a top 15 list. Now, last week, um, a buddy of mine and a fairly new subscriber, I subscribed to him as well, uh, Horror Fan 34, did a top 10 Stephen King list, which I thought was really cool. And I kind of wanted to do one, and I think a couple other YouTube friends of mine are going to do top 10, top 15 lists as well. It was originally supposed to be a top 10 list, but I kind of got carried away, as I often do. Now, a disclaimer, I actually couldn't find two of my films. But I will definitely tell you what those two are when I'm finished. Now for a honorable mention. These were very close to making the list, but didn't quite make it. The Dead Zone, which I love. The Mist, which I'm sure a lot of people are going to be surprised it didn't make it. Thinner, which was very close, very, very close. Graveyard Shift, big fan of that one. Children of the Corn. The Running Man. Dolores Claiborne. And Storm of the Century. Really like that one. But without further ado, let's get into this. Coming in at number 15 is The Night Flyer. Now, I'm kind of basing my list on the movies that I tend to watch the most. They may not be the best made films, but, you know, they are my favorites. So this is just based on personal opinion. The Night Flyer is a fun film. Sad, actually, it's out of print and kind of hard to find because I think a lot more people would be interested in this one if they'd seen it. So, but that is number 15, The Night Flyer. Coming in at number 14, Misery. Now, Misery is my favorite Stephen King book, and I do love the movie. I just think the book is a lot better. So that's kind of why it comes in at number 14. But that is Misery. Coming in at number 13, Salem's Lot. This was actually the second DVD I ever owned. Held up quite well. It's in really, really good condition. I tend to take really good care of my stuff, but I remember getting this Christmas of 1998 or 1999. Can't remember, but yeah, this was like the second DVD I ever got. Awesome. Coming up next, number 12 is Carrie. Great film. Love the ending. The book, of course, was better, but I do love the film. And of course, this one is my favorite. There have been 3 or 4, I knew definitely 3 retellings of Carrie, but this is definitely my favorite. Coming up next, number 11, The Shawshank Redemption. Just a incredible film, incredible acting, and just a masterpiece. Coming up next, number 10 is Silver Bullet, Nick's favorite from The Last Shoegazer. Also, Lisa Love's favorite as well. Just a great, great movie. And it was funny today, I was watching DC Cab on cable. And this was around the same time that Silver Bullet came out. and Gary Busey's also in that film, and he kind of has the same. He's almost playing the same part in both films, even though it's a completely different character. But I just noticed the similarities in his character here and DC Cab. But if you've never seen that, it's a comedy with Mr. T. It has a ton of people in it. George Lopez. Yeah, a lot of people. Adam Baldwin. Yeah, but it's funny. But anyway, Silver Bullet is a great film. Really a good one. One of my favorite werewolf films. Definitely. Number 9 is Pet Sematary. Definitely a great film. A bit hard to watch, but a really good film nonetheless. And I've always liked it. So, but that is number 9, Pet Sematary. Coming in at number 8, Apt Pupil. This was probably in my top 5 for a long time because I've always liked this film. It's unsettling. It's really good storytelling, and it's extremely well acted. But yeah, if you guys have never seen this, I would definitely recommend this. Really good film. All right. Coming up in number 7, Needful Things. Seems that a lot of people are were kind of disappointed with this film, but I loved it. And Max von Sydow, he just plays the perfect villain in this. I've always liked Ed Harris, and Bonnie Bedelia's okay, but you know, those were the two main ones that I liked in this film. Really good movie. Number 6, I actually cannot find my copy, but it is Christine. I do watch that one quite a bit. It is one of my favorite Carpenter films, and I thought he did a terrific job with it. You can definitely tell it's a John Carpenter film, but it's still Stephen King. So, yeah, it's pretty cool. Coming up, number 5. Sometimes They Come Back. I have always liked this film. I just, from the first time I saw it, I've always really enjoyed it. I actually do have another copy of this. I just couldn't find it, but it's on the 6 horror movie pack. But it's always been one of my favorites. Tim Matheson. I almost said Tim Thomerson. Tim Matheson is really good in this film, and I just like the overall story. Just one of my favorites. Coming up at number 4, Maximum Overdrive. I know a lot of people have a problem with this film, but I mean, I love it. I went to the movies to see this when it came out. I really enjoyed it. I love the backstory with the whole Green Goblin truck, because it was actually a prop from the Spider-Man movie that never happened from Canon Films. It's just a lot of fun, and the soundtrack just blows me away. Awesome. Yeah. I actually have another copy of this with it's on a double feature with Raw Deal. So, but I love this movie. Always have. Number 3, Cujo. This movie is extremely tense. I saw this when it first came out, and I didn't watch it for years. And I finally, I think it came on cable, and I watched it, and I was just blown away at how tense it was, and how suspenseful. And yeah, to me, it's definitely Jaws on land. So, but one of my favorites, Cujo. Coming up at number 2, Stand By Me. Now this was a tough one between this and the first and number 1. I've always loved this film. I think it's a great coming-of-age film. The cast is incredible. And I actually saw this in the movie theater with my closest friend. And yeah, just a really, really good movie. I didn't expect it to be as good as it was. But, you know, Kiefer Sutherland, John Cusack, I mean, it's just got tons of, you know, really great actors in it. Richard Dreyfuss. Yeah. Fantastic film. But number 1, which I also could not find, owned 2 copies of it, couldn't find either one, is The Shining with Jack Nicholson. Yeah. Just an incredible film. A complete masterpiece. And even being, you know, over 2 hours long, I watch it a lot. So, it never gets old. Really creepy. But so that is my list. I had talked to a few other people. I knew that they're going to be doing their list as well. But Horror Fan 34, definitely go subscribe to him. He really underrated channel. It's got really cool content. He's got a pretty cool collection. So, and he's a cool guy. So, yeah, definitely go subscribe to him. And if you like what you see in here, hit that like button and subscribe. And until next time.